Okay, I think we're ready to get this one underway. We've got Atow versus Mawkzy in the grand final today. Atow kicking us off with a have fun. Well, let's see who's going to take down the $1,000 prize pool. It's best of 5. Mawkzy and Atow both making it through brackets of death today. And Atow starting us off with a delayed kickoff, something I expect to see a lot against Mawkzy from any player who knows what they're up to. And Atow is definitely in that list of players. Atow with an outrageous flip reset to go up 1-0 in the opening seconds. This is just going to look stupid for Mawkzy's POV. Yeah, the ball just pings off his car. Way faster than Mawkzy could have anticipated. So the last time that I saw these two play was in the Salt Mine Qual for, well, Salt Mine 4 Qual 1. They were in the lower final of that tournament. I was casting it with apparently Jack. It was a really fun time. If you want to check it out, it's on my YouTube channel. And I predicted Mawkzy to win. Jack predicted Atow to win. And Jack was right. I was wrong. So well done to Jack for being right that day. But I've learned my lesson. Today I'm predicting Atow to win because he seems like he's just got a good kickoff strategy against Mawkzy that gives him an edge in the midfield battles. Now, his kickoff repertoire against Mawkzy last time they played was mainly delayed kickoffs to stop Mawkzy from wave dashing off every kickoff. If you're running into somebody who's wave dash recovering every time on the kickoff, you need to try delayed kickoffs, because even if it doesn't win you the kickoff, it does force them to think about their next kickoffs that they go for a little bit more. Mawkzy trying to pass the ball to himself off the inside of the post, and Atow misses it. And the reason he's doing that is because Mawkzy was already advancing up the far side of the pitch, and he was about to steal that boost away. So Atow was trying to take the ball to the far side of the pitch Mawkzy wasn't on, and he just ended up own goaling. Yeah, there's a prediction up right now for, wait, does it say Atow Jorias again? Or no, sorry, I'll make a new prediction right now. You guys can kind of cheat because the match's already started, but since it's just beans in the line, I'm sure you don't mind. There you go, prediction started. If you guys want to cheat it to the max, you can wait till the end of that, but you've got, I think, 2 minutes to get your prediction. Looks like, yeah, you guys are definitely letting the current game score affect your prediction heavily, which is fine. Good odds on Mawkzy, though. Good odds on Mawkzy after most of you go on Atow initially. 5 minutes. I didn't do that one as a mod, but I don't mind it. We're getting some very interesting odds on that prediction. I'm still kind of amazed to this day. Like, I'll tune into... I like to, you know, check out what people are up to in the Rocket League world, streamers, and I like to, you know, drop in various Twitch chats throughout the week. And over the years, it's never ceased to amaze me how many people do not know that the best counter for the wave dash recovery kickoff is a delayed kickoff. It's baffled me. The amount of times I've casted a show match or a high-level tournament match where there's somebody just winning every single kickoff with wave dash recoveries and the other player doesn't know that all they have to do is delay it to stop that from happening every time. And yeah, I've heard it a lot recently on, like, I think the 1v1 interest has been quite high with Salt Mine and ATRs. A lot of people are playing ones, trying to get into 1v1 shape. And yeah, I tune into a lot of streams where people are like, how do I beat this kickoff? They're just getting destroyed every time by a wave dash recovery kickoff. So make sure if you know someone who's struggling with those, that it is actually quite simple. The counter requires 0 mechanics. You just have to delay with various levels of like different types of delays. You don't want to always delay with the same level of delay. Sometimes you want to go for bigger delays, smaller delays. And it works in lower level ranked games as well, so all of you guys can try it out, and I'm sure you're going to have a lot of success. Well, Atow's recovering here, but Mawkzy's still glued to the ball. 3 goals for him. Atow's air dribble bump defense was effective in the semi-final, but he was in a very bad position there to stop Mawkzy's attempt on that last go-around. Mawkzy shrugging off the bump, grabbing mid-boost. Will he go for another air dribble bump here? He's setting up that top right flick. He wasn't able to get the ball situated nicely before Atow closed the distance. Now Atow, immediate ceiling shot. Didn't want to take his time with that one because it was going to drop pretty far away from him. Now Mawkzy on the counter. Wide open net. Secures it. If your loved one suffers from chronic wave dash kickoff syndrome, you may be entitled to compensation. That's what I'm thinking. Mawkzy will counter the half flip kickoff from Atow. It's a soft counter, but a counter nonetheless. Just dribbling the ball to your back counter. Back counter? Back corner, sorry. Is the best way to respond to that one. There are other attempts that people have used to success, such as just dribbling, low boost dribble, or even trying to go mid boost and aerial play. It is possible, but a bit risky if the opponent lunges in. Atow will be quite happy with midfield play in these kind of positions, as he already has a goal lead established. Thank you for not calling him Atow. Yeah, Atow's got a lot of different pronunciations. He goes up by a second goal here, just pouncing on a heavy touch from Mawkzy. Look at the quick turnaround there from Atow on the ceiling. He's kind of hovering between the wall and the ceiling, and then all of a sudden he just launched into a ceiling challenge. Mawkzy with a foolish far post spawn. Leaves himself in an awkward position, but he's done very well here. Atow, wave dash recovery. Huge bump onto Mawkzy to deny the open net. Flip reset for Atow. Oh, what a slot. It's a little bit of a twist on what I've been saying is flavor of the month right now. The reset into wave dash shot. This has been so popular recently, but this one was exquisite. Wave dashing under the ball to get a complete angle change, as well as adding power, accelerating the ball into the bottom corner. Is Mawkzy on a pro team? I mean, the kickoffs are not that, they're not the same. Like, winning a kickoff in threes is very different from winning a kickoff in 1v1. A lot of the time in 1v1, you don't really mind if you lose all your momentum in the kickoff as long as the ball stays close to you. But in 3v3, it's usually always bad to lose momentum in the kickoff, because then you lose out on a race to whatever boost you've got to go to next. So it's a very, very different type of kickoff mechanics. So, 2-goal lead for Atow. Mawkzy has to score with this attacking exchange. He's got an advantage in this position, but can he find a way through Atow's defense? Atow just plays the ball, and again, Mawkzy will not be too happy with where that ball's ended up. Atow again able to get between him and the goal, but nice control. Mawkzy with 10 seconds to go, back within one, and look at this touch. Perfectly done. It might not look like a lot, but to dodge into the ball like that and keep it close, setting up a ground shot that's not savable, exactly what Mawkzy needed in that position. Now he can tie the game late on, but Atow is refusing to back down. Confirms the win with another early challenge, and it's Atow 1-0 up in the grand final. Max and Fen, thanks for the 2-month Prime. Welcome back to the channel. Did I say thanks to Stella30 for the Prime as well? I can't remember if I did, but appreciate you guys checking to see if your Primes are up. A lot of brand new Primes today. Here's your hourly reminder to check and see if your Prime's available. There it is. Jotanesi. Probably said your name wrong. John Tanesi. This sounds like Norwegian. John Tanesi. Or maybe Swedish. Sorry, I'm so sorry all of the Scandinavians listening. That was rude. That was rude of me. But also, did that sound remotely Scandinavian? Wait, did he say where he's from? You guys all started spamming chat too much. I can't see if he said where he's from. It's Finnish. Is it actually? Was I right? Well, I was close to being right, I guess. Keep the Scandinavian accent. I can't do that. I can't keep it. It's gonna go completely wrong if I try and say more than a few words in a Scandinavian accent. It's all about the inflection. And also, if they're from Sweden, the inability to say CH. There is no CH in Sweden, only SH. There is no chair, only share. There is no chocolate, only chocolate. And so on. It's definitely Swedish or Norwegian. Yeah, Jontanissi. It sounds Swedish to me. Yeah, Swedish Norwegian. That's what I was guessing. Oh, nice hook shot by Atow. On the board in game 2. Yeah, there's no joke, there's only yoke. There's no Johnny Boy, there's only Johnny Boy. All the Swedish people in Rocket League, a lot of Swedes in the production teams for EFG and Blast over the years. Whenever they try and get my attention on the comms, it's never Johnny Boy, it's always Johnny. It's always Johnny Boy. I'm like, yep, that's me. That's another massive win on the kickoff from Atow with a full delay into chip. Now, there's lots of different, like, I was talking about this earlier, so I'll expand a little bit. So you guys can have a little bit more knowledge of it in your own games. The main different types of delayed kickoffs you want to try are the full delay, like there, where you're just delaying and then chipping the ball past your opponent. Or you can delay into dodge, where you let them hit the ball into you and then try to dodge to force it past them. Or you could just go for a slight delay where you're just literally delaying your kickoff slightly to mess with the timing. And you go for more of an opposition style approach where, okay, it looks like the opponent's hitting the ball on the left, I'm going to hit it from the right on my POV and try to just deny whatever it is they're trying to do. Just annoy them. And Atow is a beast at annoying his opponents. Looks incredibly annoying to play against in pretty much every aspect of the game. Mawkzy booms the bar. Atow panicked briefly, but he'll still easily get back to the ball first. It's looking like Atow's game at the moment. How many of you guys predicted Atow? I've got to check now that the prediction's closed. Wait, it's 50-50? Wow. Okay, a lot of you guys like the looks of the Mawkzy odds. And you might not like the look of the Mawkzy odds anymore. Atow's just floor pinched it on his goal line. And he might have tried to do the same thing again. Little center ball into floor pinch. Atow is running rings around Mawkzy here. Up to there he goes, lean back reset. It is another low 50 from Atow. Mawkzy slides right by and it is 5-2. You can really tell that Mawkzy is just not comfortable going up against Atow's offensive package. Jory has had a much clearer idea of what to do, and the kickoff again has caused Mawkzy massive problems. Everybody who plays Mawkzy should be taking notes from what Atow does here. Everybody. Just watch Mawkzy. Trying to wave dash recover, what happens? Atow trips the ball over him, and Mawkzy trips over Atow. I mean, if this isn't an example of why the delayed kickoff is so good to try it every now and then, you don't want to do it every time. It becomes predictable. But it is so strong against players who like to use the wave dash recovery kickoff. And Atow he's using it to great effect against Mawkzy. Mawkzy actually bumped Atow there, but the shot's off target. Great bump, bad shot, hitting the bar. Even though Mawkzy managed to connect to Atow, who was attempting an in and out save. Atow said he's feeling good today. I believe it. He's looking very good on the pitch as well. He's just doing all the things you need to do to have a good series against Mawkzy. He is not allowing Mawkzy to dominate with the kickoffs like he often does. He is not giving Mawkzy any time to get in his face and deny the aerial plays. He's just preparing early out plays every single time. And we've also got to give Atow props defensively as well, because he has been getting saves, he has been getting stops against Mawkzy in positions where Mawkzy is generally dominant. Tough to air dribble bump this guy. Mawkzy again looking to threaten an air dribble bump, and Atow just hit the brakes briefly. It's not usually how you want to defend against shots. You tend to want to match the pace, but Atow there let the ball go a little bit past him, and then he accelerated into it after Mawkzy had already committed. Good 50 by Mawkzy. Back within 3. John Tanissi says, sorry for the late response. Yes, it's Swedish. Love all you guys' jokes. There you go. Swedish and a sense of humor. You'll love to see it. A man after Turbo Pulse's heart. Oh, what a shot, Mawkzy. Had to hit this one perfectly. Atow was in the area, and he was also just waiting for this shot to go low so he could slam it the full length of the pitch. Crisscross, thanks to the Prime as well. Welcome to the channel. Appreciate all the support in these streams. Hope you've all been enjoying the ATR Cups and the Salt Mine Quals throughout the months of October and November. Before I forget to say it, well, I'll say it one more time. ATR Cup next week is 2v2. I can't remember if I said it already during this match. I probably did, but no harm in saying it again. So Atow again with the same delayed kickoff. Mawkzy not enjoying playing against this one, but this time he gets out of jail with it. So Atow beans his flick. Mawkzy is not able to get into a position to flick the ball because Atow is closing him down every time. He's getting on his face. Atow, super aggressive back corner bump attempt. Now Mawkzy with a chance to flick. Off to the air double bump instead though. And again he's gone too high with it. Mawkzy with a consistent mistake on a few of these air dribble bumps. He's trying to get the bump so badly that he's forgetting to put the ball on target first. And it doesn't really matter if you get the bump. If the ball's hitting the crossbar, I mean sure, if you demo the opponent and the ball's hitting the crossbar, it's not the end of the world. You can sometimes circle back around and get a goal, but if you're only bumping them, you need that ball to be on target. Again, Atow just charges in first time. He's not giving Mawkzy any space to set up that flick from distance. Mawkzy said earlier on today that the version of Rawas that he struggles with the most is the aggressive one, the one that just challenges. It seems like that's the case for every opponent Mawkzy has. He just doesn't like when they challenge. He wants them to respect his flick. He wants them to back down. But right now, he's not been flicking early enough to earn Atow's respect. He's not been taking early enough shots for Atow to worry about the option of a shot and retreat. Now he might, because that one nearly went in. And that's what Mawkzy needs to do, I think, earlier in the game. He needs to take those shots early in the game, condition Atow to back off. And then, with the space he gets from Atow backing off, he can get his flick game working. Way too little too late in this game though. Mawkzy down 2. He's going to need to reverse sweep, or it'll be Atow taking down the ATR Cup for Europe today and going home, or should I say staying home. He's probably home right now with $1,000 US. I'm very surprised that so many people went on the Mawkzy side of the prediction. I'm shocked, honestly. After Atow won game 1, I thought you guys were all going to... Well, not all, but I thought we were probably going to see a 75-25 kind of distribution of beans in the prediction contest. Instead, it's 50-50, and it's looking like Atow's believers will be rewarded. Do not count out Mawkzy, though. If there is a player who can dig deep and adapt, it's him. If there's a player who will refuse to give up, it's also Mawkzy. It's him. Yeah, he's going to keep grinding. But you know, earlier on I'm talking about how Atow is using delayed kickoffs to stop Mawkzy's wave dash. Mawkzy has to do something as well to stop Atow delaying every time. Atow is getting away with so many delayed kickoffs. I'm kind of blown away. And there are lots of different ways that Mawkzy can try and adapt against that. The most obvious one is just simply following through with a dodge. So after you single jump into the ball, instead of waiting to land with a wave dash, you just flip towards the ball as soon as you realize that the opponent has delayed their kickoff. You just flip towards it. And Mawkzy's not preloading that response. You need to have that response in your head so that when it happens, you can just immediately do it with no hesitation. It just looks like Mawkzy hasn't considered that until too late every single time. Would also like to see Mawkzy just opt for a drive kickoff one time, just chip the ball past Atow. That's a good save in the air dribble bump. Wall shot from Mawkzy. Sneaks through. That just barely snuck through the gap. Looked like it might not have enough power, but it did barely have enough. Not the cleanest shot by Mawkzy, but Atow couldn't get back. That's a good recovery by Mawkzy. Realizing that the boost is no longer the real race that he was going for. Mawkzy staying well away from all these bumps and demos Atow's attempting. Atow keeping the ball alive. Mawkzy The successful crossing of no man's land into a successful challenge. But Mawkzy again not making an early move. I would have loved there to just see him flick the ball immediately. I kind of wanted to see him go for the quickest flick possible. Doesn't even matter if you score it. Just get the ball on top of your cart and then flick it. So that Atow doesn't feel comfortable advancing. So look how comfortable Atow is getting right up close and personal whenever Mawkzy's dribbling. Atow's just right there. He's saying, I don't care. I am not going to let you have space. Mawkzy wins the boost battle. Mawkzy scores again. It's the best start he's had to a game. And, you know, honestly, one of the good things about it is it's not been perfect. He's been outplayed and he's still winning. Mawkzy bullies Atow in the kickoff this occasion. Converts for 3-0. He just completely bulldozed Atow on that kickoff. Atow did not play the ball to safety either. So an inconsequential failed wave dash from Atow does lead to a back corner possession. Oh, Mawkzy's just stuffed him though. Just does not care. Full send, back corner challenge. And a big time dunk. Atow on the wrong side of the ball. It just trickles into his own goal again. Getting into the territory where Atow might just forfeit to go and try again. And think, you know what, okay, yeah, I've beaten this one. There's a lot of time left, but I don't really want to give Mawkzy any more momentum. I'm just going to go next. Or you could also just try and start a comeback with a worldie to the bottom corner. Atow with the flip reset, roly-poly wave dash shot. Just threw in a mid-air roly-poly for good measure. Mawkzy can fire right back with a double tap. Decides not to stay airborne for it. It got away from him. Now Atow chasing him into the back corner. Mawkzy's going to see this coming. He always does. In fact, he's going to score on the counter. Mawkzy with a brilliant conversion. Atow did not see the threat in that position. He thought he was the one aggressing onto Mawkzy. Mawkzy takes the ball to the ceiling and counters. Air dribble Atow. Somewhere between a direct air dribble and a bump attempt. He is able to slot his second goal of the game after making a quick run across the box. You're definitely calling it a roly-poly from now on. It's a classic. It's a classic. It's not pointless. I mean, it can be used for two reasons. Sometimes that little roll in the middle of the air can give you a moment where your boost is pointing to the ceiling, and that obviously gives you the option of flying down a bit if you're too high. But it also does look like the setup for a flick, so it's a good mind game as well. It's for repositioning purposes and also just a mind game, and also just looks kind of it looks like you might just be bailing on the play. There's a third bonus of that. The opponent might be thinking, okay, they've lost control, because why are they manually forward flipping in the air? Atow starting to claw his way back into the game here. This is dangerous territory for Mawkzy. There is the drive kickoff. He's probably expected Atow to delay there, and he'll be very happy with the outcome here, I think. Because even though Atow's got the boost advantage, Mawkzy does have position, and now he's evened out that boost advantage. Mawkzy, ceiling challenge. Thinks better of it. Reset for Atow does absolutely nothing. Oh, Mawkzy dodges the bump on the exit as well. Mawkzy might be trying to just run the clock down. Does he dribble this back? Yes, he does. You already know. Mawkzy trying to bait an overextension out of Atow in the final minute. It's so funny when he does this. You can see the panic in the opponent's eyes when they realize Mawkzy's dribbling it back. Like, oh my goodness, I need to score right now. And he might have done it. Oh, not quite. Atow just misses the bump by a fraction. Misses the exit bump as well. That's going to be game. Mawkzy slots it for 7-3. And Atow does indeed call next. Good jump there by Mawkzy. That was what really secured the game. Atow's just had enough. He said, if this guy's just going to dribble the ball back, I want to go next. Forget it. All right, we're just waiting for Atow to ready up here, then we'll be straight into game 4. Yeah, a couple reminders that I've been spamming all day, but I'll keep saying them so you guys don't miss them. Exclamation mark Smith in chat to get your last chance sign up for Salt Mine. If you're watching this in video, you're probably too late. Salt Mine 4 has been and gone with the quals. But you will maybe still have a chance to sign up to ATR. I'm not sure if you're watching this in video. I actually don't know because I don't know when this is getting uploaded. But you should check anyway. See if there's any of the ATRs are left available to be signed up for. All you guys watching live, you can sign up for both. And also look forward to Shotcast this Wednesday. If you're watching on video, you can go find the equivalent video for this Shotcast upcoming this Wednesday. We're going to do the org round table with Genji, Arnold, and some other managers / CEOs from various orgs in the Rocket League scene. We're going to be talking to them about their current ongoings with Rocket League. It's been a hot topic in the off-season. Lots of orgs have been struggling to justify keeping the Rocket League rosters. We want to hear more about it. We're also going to be asking them what they think Rocket League could be doing better, what Rocket League could be copying from other esports to enable orgs and players to have increased stability in the scene. So Atow 1-0, timely 1-0 there with a reset double. Just insane that he's able to do that pretty much on demand whenever he wants. And if you don't challenge him, then he's still going to have full control. Wait, is that confirmed? Is that a final score? Scotland defeated Poland? Oh my days. Did they just score last minute again? I've been like depresso watching that score on another tab all night. 1-1. 1-1. Is it? Did they actually just win? I see it's 2-1. Is that final score? Please tell me it's final score. As Mawkzy does get a goal against Atow here. Pay attention to this one. Atow looking to delay. Mawkzy follows through though. That's what he was missing earlier on. When Atow is getting delayed kickoffs to work against him, he wasn't following through. This time he just made sure to leave the nose of his car a little bit higher in the air so he could get another touch. And that's going to force Atow to try a different type of delayed kickoff. Probably one with a dodge behind it instead of a simple park car position. Yeah, sorry all of you not Nations League watchers. But yeah, Scotland have probably just had the greatest Nations League comeback of all time. And wait, did we still miss out on second place? Because did Portugal not beat Croatia by enough goals? Have they scammed us? Don't tell me Portugal scammed us. Oh, it's 1-1? Are you joking? How are Portugal tied? Or how are Croatia tied? Come on, Portugal! You had one job. They had literally one job. All they had to do was beat Croatia. I guess beating Croatia is not for everybody, huh? That's a disaster. Oh, good shot, Mawkzy. No doubt about that one from distance, 2-2. You can never count Mawkzy out in these matches. Doesn't matter how much he's struggling, he will adapt. I think he's figured out the delayed kickoff problem. And honestly, that's already enough to make a massive swing in the matchup, just by itself. Oh, nah. Are Portugal playing with a Mickey team? Don't tell me Portugal are playing with a Mickey team and that Scotland are the ones who suffer because of it. This happens, I swear this happens all the time. This is like when USA sent RMC to the FIFA E. Nah, I'm joking. Very different situation. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. We've been scammed once again. Oh, Mawkzy rattling the crossbar. Now they're going for the double tap. Atow's read it well. Perfect spawn in the back corner boost for Atow as well. And the reset's looking pretty scary. Mawkzy bails out of the pre-jump to save the flick. Oh, what a flick as well by Mawkzy. This is end-to-end stuff. Both players rattling crossbars. Atow a goal away from tournament win. Mawkzy Looking to force that game 5. Atow will be getting a bit annoyed that this is taking so long. He needs to really put it together in the late game here. Mawkzy's going to score this. Effortless hook shot on the counter. 3-2. Do you guys think RMC get out of groups? They've got to beat like Raise Bull, Davitrox, Pan. Or they've got to beat AJG, Misery, Unbroken. Do you guys think RMC are going to do that? You think they're going to beat them? Are they going to beat Raise Bull, Davitrox, Pan? I think they probably will. I would say that they should win that. But it's losable. It's definitely losable for the United States. As an NA hater, yes. Great comment. Love the honesty. So a minute left for Atow to work with. He's been strangely low scoring here. Air dribble bump attempted and landed. Atow just got him. This was close for a save for Mawkzy. He did very well, honestly, to get away from this one. It's a good air dribble bump from Atow. Mawkzy off the wall. Delays his dodge, but Atow clipped him right as Mawkzy is about to flip into the ball. Now the dodge by Mawkzy on the kickoff. Atow surviving here, but he's in a bit of trouble. Mawkzy pokes it on net and in. Atow should have probably saved this, and he definitely should have had a better clear than that altogether. It wasn't a successful exchange for Atow. No, I've not done predictions yet for FIFA E. I might do that like next week. This week I'm pretty busy with ATR and Salt Mine quals. It's probably a next week thing. Mawkzy is just 30 seconds away from sending us to game 5. What a turnaround. Atow was a wrecking ball through the tournament. And Mawkzy might have found the answer. Reset from Atow. Mind game. Tight angle shot blocked by Mawkzy. He dodges the demo as well. I mean, he's just impossible to bump. He sees you coming every time. And now it is last chance for Atow. Again, trying to bump Mawkzy, trying to trip Mawkzy, trying to get the ball away from Mawkzy, which he probably will. No, Mawkzy's not even going to give him that. It's game to Mawkzy with yet another goal, and we are going to game 5. What a difference one kickoff strategy can make. I think there's been a little drop off in quality with Atow's aerial game, and Mawkzy has been threatening early plays in the ball a lot more to keep Atow at bay, but overall, you know, it's still anyone's game. Target 2804. Thank you for the 29-month prime. Welcome back to the channel. Game 5 is all going to come down to execution. Scotland out, Sag. Oh, this is so unfair. This is just actually unfair. Can we please get Portugal, Croatia to replay their match in case it was a fluke win for fluke draw for Croatia? That's outrageous. We've literally been scammed. We've been scammed. How many times have Scotland lost in a major tournament by a single goal difference? It's insane. Target 2804 says came back after 2 years of absence. Hope you enjoyed your years off. Glad to have you back. You've picked a good time to come back. We got grand final of a tournament right now. Winner of this game wins $1,000. Loser wins $0. Atow versus Mawkzy, both going for their first ATR Cup win. It was Atow roaring off to a 2-0 lead early, and now Mawkzy tying it after making the correct adaptation to Atow's delayed kickoff. Easy for me to talk about that during the match when I'm casting. 10 times more impressive for Mawkzy to figure that out in the series himself and put the plan into action. There's a drive kickoff by Mawkzy. Won't be too sad about this. This is the intended outcome of the drive kickoff, to just be in the back corner. But Atow's played it very well away from him. Mawkzy in a bit of trouble here, and Atow calls his bluff. If Mawkzy had even 12 boosts, he would have been able to play this, but he was pretty much zero, if not zero. Yeah, I think he was just an absolute zero there. Atow lunges in and scores a second goal. Wall of Kron, thanks to the 13-month prime. Welcome back to the channel to you as well. Hi Johnny, how are the ranked games going? You look mechy. I hope you think this is me playing, but it's not. I hope you do. Great save by Atow. Taking the ball away from Mawkzy on that one. And he keeps control perfectly. Oh my goodness, how did Atow scoop this ball up off the front of his car? It looked like he might have let it drop too far off the front of the car here. But he kept control and ripped an immaculate flick top left. Atow saving the best of the last game when it comes to the ground game. Can Mawkzy respond with a kickoff? No, Atow's back in time. Mawkzy does have the boost seal. Tight turnaround. Atow's backed off to the far post to get boost, and now here comes Mawkzy with a flick. It's stopped by Atow. There's no boost to grab, but he's running into the corner to make sure Mawkzy doesn't bump him. Just surveying the position in that area a little bit more easily, but now Mawkzy with the demo and the exit. Ground shot is good. Atow couldn't close the gap. What part of Scotland am I from? Originally Livingston, but now I live in Glasgow. A great city. I haven't seen the sun in months. Oh, what a shot. Oh my goodness, Mawkzy. How did he get that on target so quickly? Look at this wall shot. Oh, that's perfection. I don't think Atow expected that to be on target at all. He was just coming back casually thinking, I'm going to get the ball for free. And then it dropped inside his net. There's that delayed kickoff again. Mawkzy is going to be able to get back and contest the following possession. Atow kills the bounce. I don't think that's what his plan was at all there. Mawkzy with superior boost management in this last exchange. Perfect slot to tie the game. Mawkzy's back once again. He just did have better boost management ever since Atow killed the bounce of his dribble by mistake. Another drive kickoff by Mawkzy. This is just another thing besides the kind of follow-through kickoff that he had, that this is keeping Atow's delayed kickoff at bay. It's making Atow think twice about everything he does. So he has to calculate in his head, where's this going if Mawkzy just simply drives into the ball? Atow. Fake ceiling shot. Mawkzy half flip challenge. And the conversion. It's Mawkzy who's on a spree now. 4 goals in a row. Now Atow should respond with a kickoff goal here. He does. Mawkzy let his guard down a bit too much on this one. And it just easily deflects into his goal. Now half flip kickoff from Atow. Mawkzy a bit slow in the turn. Atow's going to be able to get right in his face here. That makes it much harder for Mawkzy to make a play. You can see, even a slow turn like that does still give Mawkzy control. He messed it up, but he is still in control of this position. Flick is good. And the rebound is on. It's Mawkzy by 1. Atow nearly got bumped back into position by this one, but Mawkzy's flick was too good. And this is where it gets really worrying for Atow. Mawkzy flicked that early. If you remember back to the games Atow was winning, I was saying I want to see Mawkzy making earlier moves on the ball. I want to see early flicks. I want to see the occasional long shot. But now Mawkzy is starting to make those moves. Atow off the bar. Mawkzy's got to tap in here if he wants it. And of course he does. Atow's starting to crumble here in Game 5. Didn't have enough boost to go for a double there. He had to score it first time. Bump is on for Atow. He decides to go for the boost instead though. I think he maybe could have boxed Mawkzy out of the play there. Look at the speed of Mawkzy chain dashing down the line. Atow stays in a safe position. And now gets the dribble in. The bump is coming. Atow actually going crossbar. And then the rebound. That's outrageous. What an air dribble by Atow. Mawkzy dove in so as not to be a sitting duck for the air dribble bump, and Atow just outplayed him anyway. Boost advantage Atow. A relevant bump onto Mawkzy, but Mawkzy's still all over this ball. Atow's got to be careful. Oh my goodness. nearly let it cross the line, but now he's baited Mawkzy. Mawkzy with a recovery. He is going to get in the area, but he misses. Well, it was nearly a perfect play. Mawkzy got bumped onto the ceiling. Pre-flip to recover, but in his attempt to hit his own post, he missed it. He didn't want to own goal, of course, but needed a bigger touch than that. 6-all, it's absolute cinema in the ATR Cup final. Now Mawkzy with a kickoff goal. And I think Atow probably should have saved this one. Even with his initial flip going away from the goal, I think that was still savable. Atow didn't get the best contact possible. Gus McChunk, thanks for the 7-month prime. Welcome back to the channel. It's Mawkzy again with kickoff possession here as we approach the final minute. A high-scoring game, an even game for the most part, but now Mawkzy opens the gap to 2. Atow afraid of the immediate shot, not able to respond to the close range one. I mean, hats off to Mawkzy. He's made all the necessary adaptations. Atow's going to need to execute to perfection in the closing stages of this game, and he has not done so. Mawkzy's hit the post, but it's in with the counter-attack, and now Atow needs to score with every touch he gets, pretty much. He cannot give the ball away. In the final minute, if Mawkzy gets control, you know what he's going to do. We all know he's taking the ball to the back corner. But Atow has the first play. Mawkzy all over him. Not going to give him any space to get an air dribble started. And he doesn't have a choice because the ball's rolled up the wall. Atow with a reset. Plays it late into the ground, and this is just taking too much time. Mawkzy doesn't even have to defend a shot. And now here he comes the other way. It's 10-6. It might be Mawkzy's tournament. GG's. Mawkzy reverse sweeps Atow. Fixes his kickoff woes. Starts to present earlier threats. And in games 4 and 5 especially, when it came down to it, he executed to a much higher level than Atow. I mean, Atow, when he plays his game, when he plays his shots perfectly, he cannot be stopped. But there's still a range to his play. There is still definitely a lower level of Atow who occasionally shows up and he just gives away goals, hits the bar, and hits the post, and his opponent gets a freebie. And he might have just peaked a bit too early in this tournament.